guys, happy Monday and welcome back to the vlog. I found the best Facebook Marketplace find. I know I say that every time, but this is actually like a one-of-a-kind find. I'm so excited about it and I can't wait to show you guys. I need to take one of our farm trucks rather than my car just because I think it'll be too big to fit in my Jeep. It's pretty warm out. It's in the 80s, so I just threw on this little linen tank top, and then I have these Levi's jeans on, and then I just have on my rainbows. I also need to run and get some groceries while I'm out too, so I think I'm gonna try to do it all at once. We have a lot of friends coming to stay the weekend with us, which I'm so excited about, but that just means that I'm gonna need to get a lot of groceries. So I think today I'll just grab the essentials while I'm out, and then we'll go and do like a bigger haul later on in the week. This truck is huge. It's so jacked up and I always like feel so tense driving it, but there's so much room and it has obviously it has the bed in the back that I'll be able to put everything in. So we're gonna do it today, but I'm definitely not as comfortable in this car. Though, fun fact, I did learn to drive in a 12-passenger van because I'm one of 8 kids. So I do feel more comfortable actually in larger cars than smaller, but this is like a whole different level. Another thing about this car, this is the car that Caleb had when we were dating in college, and we did everything in this car. I didn't have a car at college for, I guess, the whole time. I drove the Jeep towards the end when Caleb and I were engaged, and then my senior year we were married, but we drove everywhere in this, and then I used this car to like get groceries and stuff if I ever needed anything. I'm gonna grab a soda real quick. You can't go with me. Come on. Come on, bud. You can't ride. Come on. I know. A little bit of a chaotic start, but I grabbed an ale 8, which my father-in-law keeps stocked in his shed. It's quite a bit later, but I wanted to show you guys the Facebook Marketplace items that I got. Here they are. They're for our front porch. It's a set of 3 wicker chairs. This is a love seat, obviously just a little chair. And then this was kind of a selling point for me because Caleb and I have been wanting to eat meals out here and just have somewhere to put our feet, things like that. And it's a really cool chest, which will be really nice just to have some extra storage, whether we put cushions in there, whatever. I ordered cushions, so those will be coming I think sometime later this week, which I'm really excited about. She gave me all of the cushions that went with it. It was a flamingo themed room that she had for all of her stuff. So I took the cushions because I didn't know if I would recover them, but it wasn't hard to find cushions online that I think are just a standard fit. So I ordered those and I'm really excited to get those in because I think it will just change the whole feeling of this front porch. Now I have to figure out what to do with our Adirondack chairs. We have a few guests coming this weekend. Actually, my best friend, her husband, their sibling-in-law, their little 1-year-old baby, and then we have some friends from California coming in later in the weekend. So we have a lot of people that will be around this weekend, which is going to be so fun. But having extra seating, even on like the front porch, is so nice because it will be such a beautiful weekend. So I'm really excited to kind of spruce it up and just have more seating options. On the topic of having people over this weekend, I've also been doing like a lot of cleaning projects, kind of just a house reset, which has been really, really nice. It has really motivated a lot of more deep cleaning, organizing projects, which is really good for me because I like to keep things tidy. I think I've said this before, but I always am extra motivated to like scrub the floors and the baseboards and things like that when we have people coming over. So it's actually been really nice just to have a reason to do all of that. So I organized our pantry, some of our basement where we have a lot of canned goods. I organized our fridge and cleaned that out. I'm doing sheets for all of the beds, cleaning all of the bathrooms. But something else that I've been thinking about a lot is just having food prep on hand. I'm going to do a bunch of really easy meals, things that will just be appropriate for big groups. Like I'm gonna do a soup one night, we're gonna do grilling and things like that. But as far as little things go, I can just go ahead and prep and make my life so much easier. So I'm gonna prep some chocolate chip cookies. And I love prepping things like this because one, it's so easy to do ahead of time, but two, I just freeze all of the dough. I go ahead and individually roll out all of the balls, and then you just freeze them in Tupperware or on a cookie sheet. And we have a lot of freezer space because we have 2 chest freezers in the basement and 1 stand-up freezer. And so I can just put them all down there and not have to think about it. And then for dinner one night, if we want something, or even like a late night snack, we can just throw some cookies in the oven and they'll be ready. Also planning to make a blueberry crumble, a recipe that I really love. It's so easy. You can use frozen blueberries. So I have that. I'm gonna make white chicken chili one night, the night that everyone comes in. Saturday night, it's actually my birthday, so Caleb's gonna smoke and do a huge thing of barbecue, and we're just gonna have pulled pork sandwiches, we'll do s'mores, we'll just have a bunch of sides, and we're inviting a bunch of family to that, so we'll kind of have like a cookout in the back of the woods and have a fire going, so that'll be super easy. I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping these cookies. I am in my mother-in-law's car because yesterday I was on my way to my internship and my car completely broke down. It was smoking, the heat went out, the steering was weird. My mother-in-law actually picked me up. I was like 20 minutes away, and she kindly came and got me. You never know with Jeeps, that's what I always hear, and I've had quite a few issues with my Jeep. If you remember on our California trip, coming home, my car broke down and stopped working, so we actually left it in a different state and got it transported here. Anyways, it's always been an issue, and you just know having a Jeep that it will have issues, but it's still not fun whenever things like that do happen. So thankfully we live close to family and everyone is so kind, and my mother-in-law was like, just take my car. So I'm taking her car. I haven't been in my car at all this week because I took a farm truck to get all that furniture earlier this week. And now I have to decide where I want to go to get groceries. We have several different spots that I could go. I could go technically up to Michigan, which is the closest spot, but there's not a Target there. And I think some of the things I might need to grab will only be at Target. I would love to go to Trader Joe's and Costco, but that's like really far out of the way, and I just don't feel like making that trip today. So we're gonna go grab groceries, get back, get things in order here, and get going with the day. I cleaned out our entire fridge earlier this week, like wiped it down and everything. I feel like it's finally fully stocked, which never happens because, like I always say, Caleb's gone, so I don't cook as much. But yesterday I made some protein balls. This is the cookie dough that I made in bulk that I'll actually bring downstairs and put in the freezer. And then we got berries and then some like little kid yogurts because we have, one of our friends has a 1-year-old that's coming. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's so nice to finally have like all the pieces to the recipes that I'm gonna make. And my full grocery list was checked off to the T, which is such a good feeling. I have also been thinking over the past weeks that I really don't vlog my weekends very often, for a couple of reasons. One of them is that weekends are really busy the last few weekends, and in the summer we've been traveling, so it's just hard to get like vlog content that I usually get and while we're out and about and traveling or with other people. I always want to be really conscientious of how other people feel around the camera. Some people are really uncomfortable, some people are like, come on, I want to be in a vlog. So it's so scattered how people feel about it. So a lot of times I just err on the side of privacy and don't film a lot of stuff because we have lots of kids over and things like that. But that being said, we also do really fun things on the weekend, and I feel like I'm scrambling to get vlogs edited and up on Saturdays, Sundays, and it really just like cuts into my ability and freedom to be able to just vlog what's happening. I've been really thinking about maybe uploading starting on Mondays rather than Sundays, just to give myself that extra day of weekend time, and so that I can really vlog what's happening and not feel stressed to get it all out on Sunday. I know that's like a very uninteresting detail, but that is something that I am thinking about, because I'm even thinking this weekend we have friends and family over until Sunday, and I probably wouldn't film any of that just knowing that the vlog has to go up if I'm gonna work ahead. So anyways, if that makes any sense, give me your opinion, please. I'd love to hear it. But I think that's something that I might make the switch at, or at least like try out and see if anyone has big opinions. Hi guys, happy Friday morning. Just been doing my normal morning things, and I just finished with my cleaning list. I finished cleaning the bathrooms and getting kind of everything put away that I needed to. So I'm so happy about that. I'm about to get ready for the day. But before I do that, I need to go out. We have baby chicks, which I haven't really updated you guys in a while, but we got Jersey Giant chicks delivered to us. I wanna say like a month ago, maybe a little bit over a month, and they have grown so much. They are like full-blown teenage chickens, but it's really just because their breed that they're so big. So we're really excited because they're growing really well, they're doing really well, and we've already moved them to a bigger pen, but we think here either in a week or so we'll move them into the chicken coop with the rest of the chickens, which will be a really nice transition just to have all of those chickens over there together. I always count them. Oh, one's up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They were getting too small for the trough that we had them in, so Caleb cleaned out this pen, closed up the door that has access to outside, and then moved them in here, and they've been doing really well. I think that they just are so much healthier with the room that they have here versus being in a little pen. Caleb has been feeding them mealworms, like he'll dig up worms, and so anytime someone comes in here, they all run up to you and hope that you give them food. Sorry guys, I don't have anything for you. They seriously look like different animals from the little tiny fluffy chicks that we got a month ago. Our chickens are molting right now, so we have not seen eggs, fresh eggs, in weeks, and it's getting a little old. I'm ready to have farm fresh eggs. I got so spoiled over the summer. I could literally collect almost a dozen in a day, and the last few weeks I've been buying eggs from the store, and I just miss my deep orange colored yolks. So hopefully our chickens will get their rest period in, and then we'll get some fresh eggs soon. It has come time to start on food prep for dinner tonight. I'm making 2 different types of soup. I'm making white chicken chili, and then I'm making a butternut squash soup. Both of them are so easy. They require such minimal effort, really. It's like dumping things into a bowl and blending. So I just finished prep for my butternut squash soup. I just peel the outsides and then obviously carve out all of the seeds, and then do the same, and then I cube it. And I cube it just because it cooks a little bit faster that way, and then you get an even roast on everything. I find if you just cut it open and lay it on the pan, it just takes so much longer. I have my oven preheated at 425. I'm not following a recipe for this because I've made this several times before, and it always just comes together really easily. It's not hard to mess up if you keep an eye on it. I'm gonna put a generous amount of olive oil all over the veggies, and then heavily salt the whole tray. And then I'm also gonna do some pepper. And honestly, that is basically the soup. I'm just gonna put this in the oven. This could be roasting anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour and a half. It just depends on, I don't know, the roasting time. It's taken longer sometimes, and then sometimes it goes pretty fast. I don't think this will take terribly long because I did cube all of the squash up.